Guten Tag, meine Soldaten. I, as always, am your Field Marshal Wehrmacht Gaming here, and today we're bringing episode 2 of our Rise of Nations USA World Domination Campaign. We're going to turn America fascist and then take over the entire globe. Last episode we didn't do much. As you can see, we're only in like a year. I fixed a naval bug that I've had with the game, like an issue with the Navy. We've got 21 battleships in reserve that whatever you guys want, I'll do with them. Whether you want to double size my current fleets, and then I'll probably still have another one left over, or just make 4 new fleets. That's completely up to you guys. But we're just going to resume it, let it go through. We were close to expand the Senate, I guess, so that just kicked off. And let's see, enact the amendment, and then we're going to go all the way to the 18th. Sounds good. Alright, so we'll go enact our first amendment. We got it so that our world tension, so our war support won't go down anymore, but I need to find a way to make it go up weekly. France is in a civil war, the Kingdom of France and the French Republic. And let's see, we just got a new technology, and all of our doctrines are up. Still waiting on guns. Artillery's going. Let's start doing land doctrine stuff before we start getting into specialized divisions, because the American Army can't expand right now anyways, so why would we experiment with new types of units? If the French Kingdom can wipe out the pocket around Nice and Perpignan, they might have a chance, even though the French Republic's pushing a pocket toward Montpellier and Limoges. Le Mans and Rennes will probably fall sometime in the near future. If you guys want to read this, alright, and there you go. If you want to read it, you can pause and read it. Let's see. We want the political power and the other boost, stability and political power. All our stability's at 100%, so we'll go towards research gain efficiency and production efficiency real quick with a resource guy. And as you can see, the Liberté explodes. If anyone wants to read this, or I'll read this one because this is kind of interesting. The French ship the Liberté, a pre-dreadnought battleship, has suffered an accidental explosion today on 25th September 1911 in one of her forward ammunition magazines for the secondary guns which destroyed the ship. Oops. This explosion of the secondary magazine spread and caused the main magazines to later blow up, which caused a 37 metric ton chunk of armor plate to hurtle towards the battleship Republique, causing significant damage. As you can see from our trade with all of our resources, we've got all these factories coming in from our exports of steel, almost all of which are from South America, which is, to be expected. Same thing with oil, except we've got the Norwegians, the Danes, the Kingdom of France, so we are helping them to a degree. Actually, there's only 2 South American nations asking us for oil, which probably has to deal with that they're not that advanced, and we'll upgrade our artillery some more and keep the game rolling. Oh, there's that civil war I was telling you guys about last time, in which China goes into civil war. Usually the Republic's a lot larger than this, though. 6 to 10 divisions, 80 to 120. Yeah, they're gonna get creamed. Dang. Oh, nope, here it is. The Republic's expanding. They're getting more and more units. They're getting more areas. So this is how that starts. I've never watched it too closely before, but I guess they just kind of, one area pops up and then more and more start to go. And I didn't realize Japan, well, I guess from our Rule the Waves campaign, we'll know that Japan has a colony there and that Korea's up for grabs. The Germans have their colony. The French, obviously, and then Portuguese and the British. Cool. Alright, let's get our... Let's see, we'll just go for straight political gain for this one. Political power. And then have, yes, we can research better submarines, so we'll get the F class as we expand our navy. Let's see, production-wise, you've got more battleships underway, and we're getting destroyers and submarines out. The light cruisers aren't coming out yet, but the other two classes of ships will prove useful. And oh dear God, we thought we had fixed the reshuffling issue, but apparently we were wrong. 16, 5 out of 5. Out of 5. We'll just assign you to a new theater. There we go. And that fixes that problem. Oh, you need one vessel. Alright. So we'll send the Texas up into the Caribbean squad. How about the Rhode Island? Because there's not a Michigan here. Where is there? Missouri, Massachusetts. There we go, the Michigan. Good old home vessel. Yeah, no, she's just gonna make that wig out. So, whenever we deploy him, I guess that'll stop. We'll just not look at the naval screen unless that's, you know, fixing itself. 7, 19. Alright, and then because they're at 7 and 19, after the 19th of December, we'll check again. So, 7 and 19, 7 and 20. Last time I was playing this mod, I ran into a bug where my ships stopped popping up into the fleets they're supposed to be in, so that was actually kind of sad, kind of interesting. I guess the Motoristas now have their own state. Uh-oh. Alright, so here's this. You guys can read it. Mongolia declared independence. Here you guys can read this too. Pause it if you want to read it. It's about Mongolia declaring independence. And then I'll read this one because this one's interested to me. The Latin British exhibition of 1912 was one of the last exhibitions held in Shepherd's Bush, London, in the exhibition space known as the Great White City and later simply as White City. The exhibition site is now occupied by the BBC White City Centre and the Westfield London Shopping Centre, one of the largest in Britain. Among the attractions were the Flip Flap, a large cable car with views of the city. Anyone want to ride the Flip Flap? Huh? Flip Flap? Anyone? Anyone? So we can gain Puppet War goal focuses, but we're going to save this for later. And until then, we'll go... I go this way. Because it gives us more building slots, And then, yeah, we usually go planned economy this way because it gives just kind of better benefits as a whole. And then we'll start upping our social security to up our population. More population we have coming in, the more manpower we're going to be getting every turn. So, that's a good path to head down always. And we've got our radioactive materials now. And 1912 is here, so we'll up our construction speed. So we've got the Mongolian state. The Chinese Republic is at war with the Chinese Empire. And it's actually kind of going to be a back and forth war. And Iran, early wars news. And Tibet's still fighting them out, so... The Republic has several forces surrounded that'll probably die out eventually, but they'll put up a decent fight. 1914. Let's see, anything else come out in 1912 that's interesting? No, so we'll just We'll do trench warfare over here. That way we can build trenches. Where's our construction at? Louisiana. How's the farthest along? So we're building stuff in South Carolina. So it's kind of been jumping around. Alright, sounds good to me. And more social security spending. More population. Then logistics-wise, we're getting in stuff. Research of a new submarine. The E-class A1 will be replaced with the F-class. And this will always pop up. So I think the main thing they need to fix in this mod at this point is just Navy stuff, but that's not too bad. Battle of Beirut. Wonder if Italy and the Ottomans are going to go at war. War in the Levant. What's war in the Levant do? Let's see. No joint hands there. Joint hands, joint hands. Oh, it must be here. Unless. Oh, there we go. Alright. Gains the Levant War, which grants Ottoman Empire attack bonus against country and defense bonus. Okay. Anatolia offensive. So. Oops. Looks like Italy's stealing to fight a war with the Ottomans. And we'll just let them go for it. We're going to expand the coal mines. And Germany must have left the Central Powers. So now you've got the Entente and a Central Power. And Russia, normally these are all like independent areas, and Romania's up to here and stuff, so this is a completely new dynamic. As far as the size of the Russian Empire goes, they are massive at the start of this. They haven't lost any land due to World War I, yada yada yada, the Red Revolution and such. China's fighting its way out. Trench warfare. Yep, we don't have the tech to build those. So we'll start going down fleet and being and stuff like that. And then here, if you guys want to watch this, the Titanic sunk, if you guys want to pause and read it. It's a Greek tragedy. Alright, China's fighting war on two fronts. I can't justify these guys. Yeah, we're just kind of existing right now, casually. Here's that, and then we got the D-class. We'll upgrade to 20th century warfare, and then air doctrine, we'll get powered flight. And now we've got some more free dockyards to play with. As you guys can see, I've kind of got a set building system that I always sort of use and stick with. We'll get a better armored cruiser. And then this one, let's see, where are you, Mr. Coastal Submarine Class? Class 3. You will be a crab as well, and we'll update you, and boom. There we go. And then we'll see if we can upgrade the Cassin class at all. Depth charges. Well, I don't foresee us doing too many offensive wars as of yet, so we'll just throw some more torpedo launchers on you. And then save you. Yeah, 22 days of production. On the light cruiser A1. Have your secondary battery and cruiser armor. And 27 days of production lost. And expand the tungsten mines. And we'll see if we can get ourselves a better armored cruiser while we're at everything. get you a better heavy cruiser battery, better anti-air cruiser armor, better secondaries, and better anti-air capabilities. There we go, the Pennsylvania class A2. Then we've got this. We'll upgrade our social security spending again, so better population and better stability. Always good to do. Always nice. Nice little time. The Mexicans are focusing on training their army now. Huh. Cute. And we're gonna be watching with interest. The Ottomans and them are not at war yet. I'm surprised France hasn't called its allies in. The Kingdom of France looks to have halted the French advance on Rennes, Limoges, and Montpellier. And they have taken out the pocket around Perpignan, and Nice is surrounded. Tibet's holding, and the Republic of China is probably falling, which is odd for me to see. Normally the Republic of China kind of just goes ham and wipes out the Chinese Empire. And now that we've got this, we'll start with what we think the American army would have, some Marines. We'll start our Marine research. Let's check the casualties in the current wars. Oh yeah, the Kingdom of France is now starting to inflict some heavy losses on the French Republic, and it looks like they have more men fielded. On the low end, their numbers are higher, so I'm gonna think that they have more men fielded. In the Chinese War, Republic and Tibet are getting their butts handed to them. The Dervish state is inflicting severe losses on the British. But the British did manage to take Berbera, and now they have a little bit bigger of a sphere of influence. And then after we get all that social security, we're going to upgrade our healthcare and get even more monthly population. The more recruitable manpower we get over time, the better. This is a 150-year game, remember, so the longer term that bonus lasts, the more men we get. And then Eastern Nevada and Wyoming are next. Idaho. I'd say we're like we're half to around a little over halfway through all of our infrastructure building. Planes in reserve. We have 50 planes in reserve now. Here's this. Looks like Albania just earned its freedom. Huzzah. Congrats to you Albanians. You have gained your independence from the ruthless notions of the Ottoman Empire. Oh, never mind. They just have an autonomous government around Tirana and Vlore. So the Ottomans still hold most of their territory. And then, is there any... Oh, the Kingdom of France is now pushing back around Rennes. Limoges is still under threat, but not as much. They're slowly pushing back around there. Montpellier is still under threat, and Nice is still a pocket they have to deal with, but they're now pushing on Cherbourg and Bayeux, which is quite the interesting thing. Here's this. French Morocco. Read it if you want. Quick pause. On this, we'll go with buyout dissident companies. So they're really close to Cherbourg and Bayeux. And Montenegro, Bulgaria, Ottomans, Greece, Serbia. So the Ottomans declared the Balkan War. Normally the Ottomans don't fare too well in this. It's a 4-on-1. These minor powers should roll over the Ottomans. And we've got a new president, Wilson. And now the Balkan League has formed and declared war on the Ottomans to try and push them out. And normally they end up getting most of this area around Istanbul. The Kingdom of Hijaz joins the Entente. And so do the Dominicans. Alright, so the Entente is expanding. And it's now gotten an even larger foot in the door in America, which I don't appreciate because it's not friendly towards my long-term aims to have France, Britain, Russia, or Britain, Russia, or not even Britain. Here's this. You can read the armistice if you want. This is more of a historical thing. And then this one as well. You can read this if you want. And then, yeah, as I was saying, France, Italy, and Russia going to war with me is not something I want. And they're still pushing around Nice. The Montgers and Montpellier are still under threat, but so is Cherbourg and Bayeux still. And so is Le Mans, and Chartres and Tours. So they've got quite the amount of cities in their sight. And then we bought out dissident farms, and we got 20th century warfare. And we'll get mountaineers. And what else do we want to research? We will lead by order and give them more organization. That way they don't retreat to begin with. And better healthcare. As you can see, oh, there it is. Albania declares independence, which will shrink this frontage and help the Balkan League, and now is potentially cut some of them off. And the Albanians joined the Balkan League with no divisions, because they have not had time to raise an army. So they're kind of going to get rolled over, or their allies are going to save them. One of the two. Then here's this, the First Balkan War begins. You can read this. And then this one as well. I'll get rid of that one. Pause if you want to read this. So essentially, we've just got the Balkan War going on. Greece pushed forward, got pushed back. Military factory for free, and then we'll modify the government. And we'll get a better army. I want to start upping my military spending. Coup d'etat in the Ottoman Empire. Read this if you want. And then if you want to pause this, you can read the 16th Amendment. Then, boom. Here we go. We want to change these laws eventually. And start upping the military budget. "10 Tragic Days." If you guys want to read this, quick pause. Then if you guys want to read this, quick pause as well. And now the Constitutionalistas have started a civil war in Mexico, but yeah, they're not going to make it far. The Maderistas at least have their own permanent state. Oh, and Romanov is celebrating its 30th anniversary. So the House of Romanov is leading Russia, and they've led for 30-ish years. Albania is getting pushed back, so the Balkan League is taking the worst end in this war. Let's see the casualties. 30 to 79,000. So yeah, the Ottomans are kind of winning as of right now. Then George the First was assassinated. Pause if you want to read this. Let's get aerial reconnaissance up to air duel doctrine. And then we'll optimize the profit. Where's Evanston? Right there, and then we're all the way to Ep2 Island in Alaska. So we're starting to get into our colonial expansion of our infrastructure. Good, good. Always good to see, always good to hear. Oh, and we've made it through 2 years this time. From where we were, which is double how far we made it last time. If you guys want to read this, you can pause and read. There's a revolt against French colonial rule over here in Indonesia. I'm wondering what to do. The ballistas now exist. We'll put Chaffee in command. And the Zapatistas. 2 to 4, 3 to 5, and 16 to something. So these guys actually have troops for once. So Mexico's just in a large state of unrest, and they were quickly taken. And now Mexico's united again, and we've got to redraw our offensive plans because they mucked it all up. There we go.
Yes, sir.
Frederick Funston, and then we'll promote. Yep. Promote Pershing and see what Funston can do. We'll let him get Picketer, which I think is half attack for no normal attrition. Oh yeah, they don't lose their entrenchment, but they don't fully attack. Now we'll get some Jaegers. Here's this if you want to pause and read it. And this one as well if you want to pause and read it. There you go. And we'll get concentrated fire as well. And there's the Greek-Serbian treaty if you guys want to read it. And we need 100% world tension to justify warfare. So we'll send this, which still makes it 100% to justify. Is there any rules we personally have? Yeah, plus 75. Neutrality. What's neutrality? Then here, y'all can read this if you want. On this one as well, y'all can read it if you want. Just pause real quick. And let's see, how do we get? Okay, there's no way I can see that we can get that away, so we'll just play it. And then here's this. I think World War I's about to kick, and I think the Austrians are going to lose because it's just going to be them. Alright, you guys can read that. Same thing. You can read this again if you want. I think the French kingdom's gonna get dragged into this war. Oh, and the French Republic is now pushing towards Limoges again, Montpellier, and Rennes. Here's this one, you guys can read it again, pause it real quick. And they're pushing towards La Rochelle. And still surrounded in Nice. 322,000 to 197,000. Here's this one. This one, if you guys want to read it. 324,000. 200 to 55. 2 to 14.5. And 4 to 4. So the Republic of China was crushed and then just popped up again in Hubei. Wonder if they're going to keep popping up until they murder the Chinese Empire or something else happens. Who knows? There's Greater Serbia if you guys want to read that. We'll get decisive battles. There's that. And strong points. I will happily take a war with Mexico if I can do it. We've got the numbers to slowly push them out. Even though they seem kind of scary. Let's start researching bomb dropping. And then let's check the size of the Navy while this goes autism. Here's that if you want to read it. 27. You guys can read the Italo-Turkish War if you want. And we'll set these submarines over here. And they will be a new mine-laying force. And we'll start messing with all the symbols to get everything to what we want them to be. Patrol group. You'll be our eyes. And then, where's the gun? There's the gun. And then we'll just get rid of this word here, reserve, and they are the Atlantic Fleet. Loosen the restrictions, and then we've got Jaegers. Add some more infrastructure. And then 1913, we'll get hand grenades. Make our infantry even better. And we'll move these all the way up so that when we get new dockyards, they go to the refit program first. That way these poor little crabs can get some upgrades to them. And then this will get tactical bombing. Montenegro declared war on Germany. Netherlands on the French. Here's this. Cuba joined the Central Powers. No, they didn't. I might go to war with France. Never mind. Touch Morocco and the French Republic. Kingdom of Hejaz, Russia, Mongolia, Italy. French in the Netherlands. This war is all 10 ways and messed up. But if I declare war on the French Republic, now that Nice has been taken, I might be able to get allow our troops to move through the French kingdom and move in and take them out. Greece and all them, they're going to be done for soon, I'm assuming, because German troops are going to start pouring into Turkey, is my assumption. It's just that right now, an assumption, but I'm assuming the Germans can handle the Netherlands alone, take them out, and then move troops south. Are they at war with the Russians, though? That's the big question. Nope, they are not at war with the Russians. Let's see. Yeah, no, I see no white at the top. And this is the Treaty of Auchi, if you guys want to read it. Kingdom of Italy signed a white peace. Oh. The Russians are most definitely at war with the Turks, though. The Turks and the Dutch, so I actually don't know whose side I want to be on. So if I declare war on France, I'm probably going to have to attack Russia. Which would be sad. And I'll leave Russia mostly intact. I'll take some of their land, obviously. A little bit of Kamchatka and stuff, but I want to make this as roleplay as possible. Federal Reserve's been created. Let's do mass urbanization. You can read this if you want. Pause to read these two. And yeah, with all this going on in the world, we will get our next upgrade on the political power scene, which is this one right here. We'll get better artillery, and I think that's where we'll wrap this one up. We've gone through 3 years. We're in 1914. Situation of the world is the Kingdom of France is a lot better off than it used to be, even though they're about to lose some cities. Actually, they're kind of worse off now that I'm looking at everything. Once they wipe out this pocket, they might have some more divisions to throw in. World War I's kind of started. Germany's probably going to wipe out the Netherlands. The Ottomans are probably going to get messed up by the Russians and the Italians. So this alliance probably going to wipe out the Ottomans and then turn on the Germans. Maybe. Who knows? So Balkans are a mess. Caucasus are a mess. France is a mess. And the Benelux is a mess, as well as repeated civil wars in China, Mexico getting like 30 different rebellions, and same old for us. We're just still preparing our war in Mexico. Have a nice day, everyone. I hope y'all enjoyed. I hope to see y'all again soon. If you like the video, comment, leave a like, click subscribe, I guess, click the notification bell. I don't really like to shill for that. And yeah, hope you enjoyed. I will see you all again soon. Have a good day.